Hey, hi, I'm just trying to create some quick guides for the boss fights in this game. Since most of the videos that I see online are actually in Chinese and not everyone can understand them. It helps you great. So I'm actually recording this on my phone, so try not to be too anal about my voice or the video standard. Yep, thanks. Okay, so for the first mechanic boss stand 3 times, it just does rate damage. Melee DPS, you can try to avoid it by standing behind the tank, and for the range DPS you can just stand outside and heal us as well. So the second mechanic is this spikes that comes out of the ground. Just avoid the circles or you die. That's about it. Third mechanic, he spawns this red crystal. You really need to kill it or he'll get a buff and kill someone instantly. So yeah, just kill the stones. I'll get to it later. And for the last mechanic, at 50% health he summons an additional boss. Yeah, mostly you want to kite him, but for the first earthquake it's gonna be kinda messy if your DPS doesn't know where to stand. So yeah, other than that, you'll probably be kiting him all the way. Okay, so the last thing about this fight is there are 4 robots at the bottom left of the boss. Each of them has an individual 3 minutes timer. So when you enter it, you're basically the tank. You have 3 skills. The bottommost one is a speed buff, the middle one is a DPS, and the top one is a taunt. Okay, so when you're inside, you can still take rate damage. Make sure to avoid the death spikes. You can eat the storms. It shouldn't matter that much. You should still be able to last the entire 3 minutes. The timer really shouldn't matter that much to you, as you should be able to DPS the boss down fast enough before the timer runs out. I'll get more into details with it later on in the fight on why this matters, but honestly it shouldn't really matter to you guys. I'll just give a very brief commentary on the fight as the fight goes on. It's more practical to learn from the fight itself. Positioning wise, you want your range DPS to be on the bottom left side. So when the boss summons a crystal, you can just switch target and DPS it down before the boss reaches it. As for where to tank the boss, I suggest you to tank him somewhere in the top middle or top right, since he spawns the crystal in a fixed distance away from himself in the bottom left direction towards the robots. I'm not using a very geared character for this run, so I'll just be avoiding most of the bad stuff, which most of you should probably be doing anyways. The boss uses his skills in a specific order. It goes spikes, storms, spikes, then summon crystal. After that it goes spikes and rinse and repeat again. Just make sure your range DPS keeps an eye out for the crystals and switch immediately as it spawns. Okay, so when the boss reaches 50%, he summons the second boss. You would be able to see the summoning crystal, the summoning circle on the floor. In my case, I'm actually tanking the main boss, while the second tank is tanking the second boss. You can see him pulling the boss away towards the bottom right of the map. There's a corner over there for him to just stand there and tank the boss. One thing to take note is that the second boss, as it spawns, it will use a skill called Earthquake. It does a ton of rate damage, so you need to actually avoid it. Okay, so as you notice, for the second phase, after the boss summons the mini boss, we actually ignore the red crystal. So the boss touches it and immediately kills the first robot. In total, we have 3 robots to deal with this boss and 1 robot to deal with the mini boss. At this point, it becomes a DPS race to kill off the main boss in time. Okay, so after he kills off the first one, I become the main tank, and my job is just to taunt him away from where the robots are. And just try to keep him in the top middle, top right side of the map. Okay, so the last red crystal has spawned. The boss goes there. I get ready to eat it while the last tank gets into the last robot. So I eat it and my robot dies instantly, and the last tank goes ahead and just tanks him there. At this point, yep, the boss is very low HP and just dies off easily. So if you guys do not have enough DPS for this strat, I suggest you continue DPSing on the red crystal even in the second phase. The issue I have with that strat is that the boss will summon the red crystal where the second boss spawns, which means that the DPSes who are focusing on the red crystal will actually take damage from Earthquake. It's actually pretty hard to stay alive if you are eating the full Earthquake, but if you can manage to do it, you should be able to have an easier time with the boss and maybe the whole full 3 minutes of tanking in the second phase instead of our like 1.5 minutes. I intend to create videos for the next few bosses as well. I don't think anyone needs help with the previous few bosses. They are pretty simple. If you do need help, let me know. I'll see what I can do. I'm not exactly very free, but yeah, it doesn't take too long to make these kind of simple videos either. So yep. Let me know if you want anything else, I guess.